Hey everyone, it's Ollie. So today I'm going to be doing this kind of Valentine's Day inspired makeup look. I'm aware it's kind of crazy, but you guys know who I am already, so what did you expect? I didn't really want to do something kind of like, you know, pink and sexy and wearable, because that's like kind of expected. I wanted to do something like a little bit more fun and like cutesy. So yeah, I came to this conclusion. Also, I forgot to mention something at the start of the video when I started filming the full tutorial. So in this video I will not be showing you how I do my brows, but I do have a full video on my like brow routine. So it shall be in a card in one of the corners right now, and I shall link it down below as well. Just so if you are interested in my brows, then obviously you can watch that video and learn some more on them. That's obviously if you're new, but if you're already subscribed then you already knew. So, and today for this look I'm wearing my contact lenses from ttdi.com. I believe that these ones are called the Supernatural Yellow Green Contact Coloured Contact Lenses. A mouthful, but like, yeah. It's definitely different from like the pairs that I've got from them before, because this one sits a lot more naturally on my eye and it actually does make it look very green. It's not like one of those like fake kind of looking, you know, contact lenses, because I've like worn those ones before and I do enjoy them, but at the same time like this one is so different to me. So yeah, if you want to try out some TTDI lenses, you can using my code AMENFASHION at checkout. It'll save you 10% off your checkout and some too. I just thought I'd put this in here because I said in my last video that TTDI sent me loads of new contact lenses, but since my last video they've already sent me another 2 pairs, so I was like, thank you. But yeah, it's really sweet of them, so go check out their lenses. But yeah, if you guys want to know how to recreate this cutesy Valentine's inspired makeup look, then be sure to keep on watching. Okay guys, so I've just done one eye off camera and then now I'm going to do the other eye on camera for you guys, so let's get started. So for the eyes for this look, I wanted a very pinky look, however it seems to have gone like kind of a muted pink, like maybe verging on the like purple side, which I'm not 100% like mad about, because on this channel I've definitely done a lot of like pink eye makeup looks, so I definitely like don't mind doing this kind of colour for this look. However, I did want it to be a little bit more like on the pink side. However, I don't mind that the eyes are a lot more darker than what I thought they was going to be, because then it makes it a lot more sultry in my opinion. And then if we keep sort of underneath the eyes towards the chin a lot more on the pink side, then that'll definitely work out a lot better. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. I'm going to be taking this shade here called Buon Fresco. Never know how to say it properly, but I'm sure it's Buon Fresco. I don't know. And I'm going to be taking my Morphe M330 eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to be putting the shade through my crease and blending it out. It's kind of like my transitional colour in this look. Okay, so next I'm going to be going into the shade called Love Letter in the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be taking my Morphe M575 eyeshadow brush. Like I said hopefully in the intro, this look is definitely a more halo eye look today. I've not done one of these in a while on my channel, so I'm really excited to do one today. I'm supposed to be leaving the centre like clear, but it doesn't matter because I can go over it with some white cream foundation. It doesn't matter if it looks harsh right now because I'm like just packing on a lot of the colour on the outer corners. Going back to the M330 brush, I'm just going to buff everything out that we've just put down, just so it blends in well with that transitional colour. Okay, so quickly I'm just going to highlight my brow bone using the Vermeer shade in this palette, and I'm just going to be using my Eco Tools flat brush to do this with. Okay, I don't know if this is going to fit in the frame. Going into the Morphe Dare to Create 39A palette. This is so big. I'm going to be taking this pink shade just up here. I don't know what the name is because I've lost the sheet that was like in this palette that had all the names on the front. That's why I like said in the other video that it would be better if they did have the names printed underneath. I'm using this pink on top of the Love Letter that we just laid down just to make it a lot more vibrant and neon. And I'm going to be using my Real Techniques angled shadow brush to do this with. Sorry guys, I'm just like buffing out loads of the shadow just so it's not too patchy. Also, sorry if you keep seeing loads of fallout here. I don't know why, I don't know which shadows are doing that, if it's maybe the Morphe ones or just how hard I'm like packing it on the brush. But like I'm getting loads of fallout like down here, so like I have to keep cutting away and wiping it with like a little cotton pad I've got. Okay, so next I'm just going to be taking this black matte eyeshadow from Bleach London. I'll probably insert the name in the frame somewhere right now. The names are really confusing for like these eyeshadow pans, so I do apologise that I'm not saying it like now. So I'm just going to use this shade to intensify and darken this halo eye look. And for this I'm going to be using my Morphe M151 eyeshadow brush. You're just going to want to pack it near the inner corner. Not too much though, because this shadow is super pigmented. And then as well on the outer corner of your eye. And then going back to my Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to sort of blend it out and just make sure it's not harsh looking. Okay, so now to add a highlight on the lids, I'm going to be using the Krylon TV paint stick in the shade 070, which is basically white. So I'm just going to take my little finger and dab some of the foundation on it. And then I'm just going to pat this on my lid. And then just using a clean finger, I'm just going to kind of blend out the edges of that. Okay, so now that it's there on my lid, I'm going to be taking the Mayron Precious Gem Powder. What shade is this in? Oh, it's in the shade Pearl. Wake up, Pearl. Wake up. And then I'm actually just going to be taking this small little lip brush to apply the loose pigment on my lid. Just like so, just patting it on. Dragging it upwards, but kind of blending it upwards as we're taking it there. You kind of want to make sure it's kind of in a triangular shape, because now going back in with the Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to blend the edges out. Like, where did that just come from? Where is the fallout coming from? Like, for real. Okay, so now that we've kind of got the highlight on the lids, now it's time for glitter. This is actually a massive stack from Claire's, like literally Claire's sells bomb-ass glitters. And they have this cute white glitter on the top that has like holographic sparkles in it. And it's like really effective on the eyes. I've done it on the other lid and it's so beautiful because I can see it twinkling loads. So yeah, again using a small little lip brush and the tiniest bit of Duo Lash Glue, I'm going to apply this onto my lid. Like I said, you only need the smallest bit of glitter and just pat it out. Okay, so now the eyes are kind of halfway done, so I'm going to come back later to finish them off, but now I'm just going to zoom you guys out and then we'll get started on the rest of the face. Okay, so now to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Balanced Dragon's Blood Lifting Serum as a tacky base for my foundation. I'm just going to put this all over my face. And then now I'm just going to moisturise it in. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Max Factor Face Finity Foundation. Molly actually left this at my house, and I think I've used it once since she left it, because I was there like, let me see if this is actually like any good. It was actually pretty decent. I've actually been kind of like loving this kind of drugstore makeup feel, just because I've not actually been wearing like super heavy foundation like recently. So this actually feels super lightweight, yet it does a lot of coverage too. Except on the front it says 3-in-1. Primer, concealer and foundation in one. That is a reach. It's a foundation at the most, like sis. And this one's in the shade Warm Almond. This is not a warm shade. Anyways, so I'm just going to pump a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Well, there. And I'm going to be using my Real Techniques stippling brush to apply this on with. I actually really love how this foundation like sits on my skin and kind of gives me that matte look, but also it is kind of dewy at the same time, obviously with it being a liquid foundation, but at the same time like it kind of gives me that like demi-matte effect. It's very strange, but I just love how this foundation works on my skin. I'm probably gonna have to buy myself my own one because I need to return this one to Molly, so sorry sis if you're watching this. Okay, so now to cream contour, I'm going to be taking my Krylon TV paint stick in the shade 5W, and I'm just going to be contouring my entire face with it. Okay, so now to buff out my cream contour, I'm going to be using my Real Technique sculpting brush to blend it out. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Born This Way Concealer by Too Faced, and I'm going to be using my Black Damp Beauty Blender to blend it all out. Okay, set my entire face, I'm going to be using the COTY AIRSPUN Loose Face Powder, but I'm actually not going to be setting this with a powder puff. I'm actually just going to be lightly dusting this on my face because I don't really want to set my face that heavy. I actually haven't been like setting my face as heavy as I used to before, and I kind of prefer it that way. I feel like you can see more of my skin. Instead of like setting it all with heavy powder, then it's like going back to a blank canvas. I prefer to just kind of dust it on lightly so you can like still see the skin underneath, and like, you know, it just makes it a little bit more natural. Little things like that just make me a lot more happier. Okay, so next for contouring, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm just going to be taking the shade Dawn down here to contour my entire face with, and I'm just going to be using a non-branded angled brush. Okay guys, so the camera like cut off just as I was about to say this, so I'm just going to use the same shades that I've just used to contour, but instead I'm just going to contour my nose now, using the Eco Tools dual-ended eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be using the tapered end to contour my nose with. Okay guys, so now that my entire base is all done, I'm going to zoom you guys back in to finish off the eyes. So yeah, let's get on with it. Okay guys, so basically I'm just going to be following the exact same steps that I've done on my lid, but I'm just going to be repeating it on my bottom lash line. So the gag is that like a lot of the pigment's already fallen onto my bottom lash line already, so that's like, I guess, kind of helped. Okay, so now using a similar brush to that Morphe M151 eyeshadow brush that I used earlier. I used that brush to darken the outer corners of the halo eye. I'm going to be using this just to apply the pinks and the black on the bottom lash line. So I'm going back in with the pink from this palette, from the Morphe palette. God, this palette is so big it like can't even fit in the frame unless I zoomed out. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go underneath my eye with some of this COTY AIRSPUN powder just because this pigment falling off is kind of bothering me. I don't want it to ruin my base because I actually do like my base today. Okay, so then going back to the Krylon TV paint stick, I'm just going to put some of this on my bottom lash line just to follow the highlight that we put on my lid. I'm actually going to use a little small lip brush again this time just because I don't want to use my finger like on the bottom of my lash line because I feel like it'll come out a lot bigger than my like lid highlight. So I'm just going to patting it. Bringing it down. Don't worry, we'll add white in the waterline later. And now just taking my finger, I'm just going to pat and blend out the edges like we did on the top lid. Okay, so then going back to the Pearl Pigment by Mayron, I'm just going to use this on my lower lash line to set the white that we've just put down. Okay, it looks a little bit crazy right now. So then going back to the Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to kind of blend out the edges. Okay, so then going back to the small shader brush, I'm just going to blend out the edges of that white. Okay, so now that the lower lash line is done, I'm just going to apply the White Claire's glitter on it now. Now I'm just dusting off any excess glitter so it's not on the rest of my face. Okay, so I want to do this part actually after I put the glitter on my lower lash line as well as the highlight. I'm going to now take the Bleach London Black Matte Eyeshadow again on this small little MAC, the 214 SE. It's like a little mini brush. I'm just going to put this very close to my lower lash line. Just really close to my lower lash line to give it more dimension. Okay guys, so now moving on to lashes, I'm just going to curl my lashes today. And I'm also going to be applying the Maybelline Lash Sensational Lash Multiply Mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Okay, so now I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, which is basically a white eye pencil, and I'm going to be putting this in my lower lash line. Okay, so sorry if that was filmed a little bit dodgy, it was kind of hard to like kind of capture that, so... Okay, so next I'm just going to apply my lashes with Duo Lash Glue. These are just cheap ass lashes from wish.com. We'll see how successful I'm at filming this part as well, but like no guarantees if it's going to be included or not. Okay, so the last step for the eyes now is I'm going to be using the Sleek Solstice Highlighting Palette. I'm just going to be taking all shades on a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to be applying this in my inner corners to give me that pop of highlight. Okay, I might keep you guys like zoomed in for this part, but now I'm just going to move on to the last parts of the rest of the face, because we still have work to do. Okay guys, so now I'm just going to add like a lot of blush to this region of my face. I might be using different kinds of blush just to intensify the look more. However, I'm going to use this Ofra blush that I've never used on camera before. It's in the shade Pink Satin. I don't know if this is going to be like pigmented enough or like show up enough, but we're going to give it a try. And to do this, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques setting brush because it's small and I feel like I can get in the area more easily. I might want it a little bit darker, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, hopefully that's pigmented enough and it's showing up on camera. It's just I don't want to add too much. Even though it might not be like pigmented enough for me, I feel like on camera it always shows up a lot more. So yeah, I'm not going to go any darker or more neon. I kind of like this look more because it's kind of like a flush pink on the skin. Okay, so today for faux freckles, I'm going to be using the Posy K Kylie Lip Kit to give me pink freckles today. And I'm just going to be using my nail dotting tool to apply the freckles to my face. I did a full video on how to do faux freckles and the card will be somewhere on the screen in one of the corners right now, and I'll link it down below for anyone who's not watching on the YouTube app or on their computers. Okay guys, so I forgot to do this because whenever I film a tutorial, for some reason I tend to forget to do this step. So now I'm just going to apply the L'Oreal Brow Plumper. It's a brow gel just to my brows, just to make them look a bit more fluffier. So for my highlighter today, I'm just going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Glow Kit. And I'm going to be using the shade Starburst in this palette just to give me a sort of like pinky highlight. And I'm going to be using my Morphe M501 highlighter brush to do this with. Okay guys, so we're coming up to the last few steps of this tutorial. Next I'm just going to be using these small little holographic love hearts that were sent to me by Evil Cosmetics. This was a while ago. I'm just going to be gluing this to the parts of my face that we added the freckles to. So I'm just going to be using lash glue to apply this to my face with. Oh my god, this is my new everyday look. I absolutely love this. Okay, so now moving on to lips. Okay, so today I actually want to do like a smudged, kind of blurred out lip effect. So I'm going to be going back to this Ofra blush and I'm just going to be applying it to the top and around my lips using this Morphe M575 eyeshadow brush. Sounds confusing, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm just going to dust this around my lips. Okay, so today I'm going to be using this small little Marc Jacobs mini lipstick that I got in Sephora in America. You basically got this for free when you spent over a certain amount of money. I did like a whole haul video of the products that I bought when I went out to Coachella back in 2016, and basically when you spent a certain amount of money at Sephora, you got this little lipstick for free. So this Marc Jacobs lipstick is in the shade Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Look at how tiny it is. Honey, I shrunk the makeup. I'm just going to be applying this to my lips and then kind of patting it out with my finger just to make it all blended out like the shadow that we've put down as a transition colour. Okay guys, and that is the look. And to finish off the look, I'm going to be using the NYX Dewy Setting Spray to set my entire face. Okay guys, so this is the completed finished Valentine's Day inspired makeup look. I understand that it's a little bit crazy just because I'm a crazy person. So I understand obviously if you're not going to recreate this entire look fully, but obviously that's the fun thing about tutorials, that you can take elements of it and obviously recreate it on yourself. Because obviously not everyone on like Valentine's Day is going to want pink freckles, holographic love hearts, blurred out lipstick. So I get that, but at the same time I'm just a fun person, I'm just having fun with makeup, so I hope you guys enjoyed this look and watching me do this look. So if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit subscribe down below and hit the bell icon so you never miss any more makeup content in the future. And again, if you like this video, be sure to hit like down below and comment if you like, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Pretty face, pretty face, pretty baby.